Let's get right into it. Number 10. Nutmeg, the festive hallucination powder. Nutmeg, the cozy cinnamon-adjacent spice that makes your pumpkin pie taste like nostalgia. You probably sprinkle it on your latte in December and think, wow, I'm classy. But here's the part Starbucks doesn't tell you. Nutmeg can literally make you trip harder than a bad EDM festival in 2014. That's right. This innocent brown powder sitting in your spice rack is technically a neurotoxin. Specifically, it contains a compound called myristicin, which, in small amounts, is fine. But if you have, say, 2 or 3 tablespoons of it, that's enough to make your body stage a full-scale mutiny. You might start sweating, trembling, and hallucinating that your couch is judging you. People have reported seeing geometric patterns, hearing phantom voices, and feeling like their skin was buzzing. Basically, it's like your brain gets drunk, high, and paranoid all at once, except without the fun. It takes about 6 hours to kick in, so the first-timers always think, guess it didn't work. Then at hour 7, they're curled up on the bathroom floor rethinking every decision they've ever made. And here's the kicker. Nutmeg poisoning can last 2 days. You'll be seeing God in 4K long after the pumpkin pie's gone cold. Doctors have described the effects as delirium, nausea, and a sense of impending doom. You know, festive stuff. Historically, nutmeg was once more valuable than gold. People literally killed for it. Entire wars were fought over this psychoactive spice, which is insane considering that now it's just $1.99 at Walmart and can make you vomit into your scented candles. So yeah, enjoy your eggnog. Just don't turn it into an accidental ayahuasca ceremony. Number 9. Kidney beans, the slow cooker of doom. Here's a fun fact. You can poison yourself trying to eat healthy. Specifically, with red kidney beans, those cute little beans that show up in every detox chili recipe written by someone named Becky. Uncooked or undercooked kidney beans contain phytohemagglutinin, a toxin that's as bad for your stomach as it is for your ability to pronounce it. All it takes is 4 raw beans to make you violently ill. Not like, I need to lie down, ill. We're talking full exorcism-level vomiting. The toxin basically tells your intestines, evacuate everything now. And the crazy part? People have poisoned themselves with slow cookers. You know, those cozy little pots that make stews for 8 hours while you feel like a responsible adult? Turns out, slow cookers don't get hot enough to destroy the toxin. They activate it. So you end up brewing a warm pot of food poisoning while thinking you're meal prepping like a pro. Proper boiling, like real boiling, for at least 10 minutes is the only way to make them safe. Anything less and your digestive system becomes a crime scene. So next time you're trying to go plant-based, just remember, beans can betray you. Number 8. Potatoes. The green death tubers. Potatoes are supposed to be the most harmless food ever. They're what you eat when you're sad, broke, or both. But those cute spuds can actually go toxic if you let them sit too long or expose them to light. You know that weird green tint potatoes get sometimes? That's solanine, a chemical defense mechanism the plant uses against pests and your nervous system. In nature, solanine says, don't eat me. In your kitchen, it says, you probably should have thrown me out 3 weeks ago. If you ignore that warning and eat them anyway, you're in for a treat called solanine poisoning. Symptoms include nausea, dizziness, paralysis, and in extreme cases, death, which is wild because it's literally a potato. The most dangerous thing about solanine is that it doesn't cook out. Frying, boiling, baking, doesn't matter. Once it's there, it's there. So that slightly green but probably fine potato, yeah, that's nature's way of saying, eat me and meet your ancestors. And just for extra irony, solanine is the same compound found in nightshade, the poison used in old-school assassinations. So, yes, your French fries are distantly related to medieval murder weapons. So the next time you find a potato growing its own ecosystem in your pantry, just let it go. That thing's basically an armed vegetable. Number 7. Almonds, the sweet cyanide snack almonds, the poster child of health food. They lower cholesterol, they make your skin glow, and they're the unofficial currency of every diet plan ever. But here's a twist. Some almonds can kill you, specifically bitter almonds, which are the wild, unprocessed version of the ones you buy at the store. They contain a compound called amygdalin, which your body can convert into cyanide, the same poison used in spy movies and tragic Shakespeare endings. Just 7 to 10 bitter almonds are enough to kill a child, 20 for an adult. And yes, people have actually done this by accident, because the internet loves natural remedies. Now, to be fair, the almonds we eat are sweet almonds, bred to be non-toxic, but they still contain trace amounts of amygdalin. You'd have to eat like 1,000 in one sitting to feel the effects, which, given how expensive almonds are, is probably its own kind of death. Even more ironic, the smell of cyanide, that faint, sweet almond scent, comes from almonds themselves. So when someone in an old mystery novel says, "I smelled bitter almonds in the air," that's not poetic, that's chemistry. Basically, almonds are out here being both the killer and the clue. So yeah, next time you grab a handful of trail mix, thank modern agriculture for saving you from a spy movie demise. Number 6. Cassava, the tropical trickster. Cassava is the root that gave us tapioca pudding and bubble tea, which means it's responsible for both cute drinks and potential cyanide exposure. Yup, raw cassava contains cyanogenic glycosides, the same chemical family that makes bitter almonds deadly. If you don't prepare it properly, soaking, fermenting, drying, boiling, it can release cyanide in your body like a slow-acting trap. People in tropical regions have been eating cassava safely for centuries because they know the ritual: peel, soak, cook, repeat. But when trendy wellness influencers discover it, they just think, "Ooh, gluten-free root vegetable." And next thing you know, someone's on Reddit describing their detox symptoms that are really cyanide poisoning. Even the sweet variety of cassava still needs proper cooking. Skipping steps is like trying to deactivate a bomb by just cutting one wire and hoping for the best. It's a weird food paradox. Cassava can be a vital source of calories or a lethal dose of poison, depending on how patient you are. So yeah, that bubble tea is cute. Just remember, it's built on the most high-maintenance vegetable ever. Number 5. Rhubarb, the pie that bites back. Rhubarb looks like celery that went to art school. Long, elegant, red-stemmed, and perfect for pies. You see it in spring desserts and think, this plant is practically jam already. But here's the catch. While the stalks are edible and tartly delicious, the leaves are basically toxic sludge. They contain oxalic acid, a compound that can mess with your kidneys and turn your blood into a chemistry experiment gone wrong. Oxalic acid binds to calcium in your body, which sounds innocent until you realize it's creating tiny crystals inside your organs. Imagine microscopic shards of glass scraping around your insides because you decided to make organic rhubarb chips. Historically, people have actually died from eating rhubarb leaves. During World War I, British citizens were told to eat them as a vegetable substitute during food shortages. The government later had to release an emergency notice like, "Hey, so, our bad. Stop doing that." Even the stalks have a bit of oxalic acid, which is why that sharp, sour flavor hits you like battery acid in disguise. Luckily, the leaves taste so awful that it's basically nature's self-destruct warning. Stop chewing me or else. So remember, next time you're baking a rhubarb pie, you're basically performing a careful surgery on a plant that's 50% dessert, 50% bioweapon. Slice wisely. Number 4. Starfruit, the pretty, deadly ornament. Starfruit looks harmless. It's cute, tropical, and photogenic, the kind of fruit that influencers slice over their smoothie bowls to flex on Instagram. But for people with kidney problems, starfruit is basically kryptonite. It contains oxalate, that same crystal-forming chemical we just talked about, and a mysterious neurotoxin that scientists are still studying. In a healthy body, your kidneys filter it out, But if your kidneys aren't working perfectly, even a small amount can cause confusion, vomiting, seizures, and in severe cases, death. Doctors literally call it star fruit intoxication, which sounds like the name of a $12 cocktail but is actually a medical emergency. Even perfectly healthy people have reported mild neurotoxic effects, like hiccups that won't stop for hours. Imagine dying not from poison, but from infinite hiccups. That's one of the most disrespectful ways to go. And yes, there are actual recorded deaths from starfruit, which means this fruit is out here looking like a Christmas ornament while quietly plotting against the renal system. So if you've ever thought, wow, this fruit looks like a star, remember, so do supernovas right before they explode. Number 3, apples, the forbidden fruit, literally. Let's talk about apples, the food that's been gaslighting humanity since the Garden of Eden. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, they say. Sure, unless you eat the wrong part. The seeds inside apple cores contain amygdalin, the same cyanide-producing compound found in bitter almonds. When chewed and digested, it can release hydrogen cyanide gas, the kind used in actual chemical warfare. Now, before you panic, you'd have to eat hundreds of apple seeds, like a full bowl of them, for it to be lethal. But that's not stopping the internet from spreading the occasional natural remedy trend where someone says, eat the whole apple, don't waste nutrients. Congratulations, you're now microdosing poison. The good news, your body can detoxify small amounts easily. The bad news? Cyanide doesn't care about good vibes or your new juice cleanse. Fun fact, back in the Cold War, the CIA experimented with apple seed cyanide extraction for covert operations, which means the same fruit your mom packed in your lunchbox once flirted with international espionage. So yeah, apples might symbolize knowledge, temptation, and health, but they're also quietly sitting there with a built-in cyanide capsule like, try me, Eve. Number 2, cherry pits, the sweet assassin. Cherry pits are tiny, adorable murderers. They look innocent, smell great, and hide inside one of the happiest summer fruits on Earth. Yet they're loaded with the same cyanogenic compound that apples and almonds use to keep predators away. If you accidentally swallow a pit or two, no big deal. Your body can't break it down easily. But if you crack them open, chew them, or blend them into a smoothie, which people actually do online for detox benefits, congratulations, you've just made a tiny cyanide bomb in your stomach. And here's where it gets worse. Even small amounts can cause serious symptoms: dizziness, headache, nausea, rapid breathing. Your body goes, oh cool, no oxygen, and your brain's like, guess we're hallucinating now. There's something deeply poetic about it, though. The cherry, symbol of love and innocence, contains the same chemical that spies use to kill themselves in movies, romantic and tragic. So next time you're spitting out cherry pits, just remember, that's not waste. That's your survival instinct in action. Number 1, honey, the baby killer. Kind of. This one hurts to say because honey is basically nature's apology for everything else. It's sweet, it's golden, it never expires, and yet, for babies under 1 year old, it's a silent killer. Honey can contain Clostridium botulinum spores, which are harmless to adults because our digestive systems can handle them. But in infants, those spores can grow and release botulinum toxin, the same stuff used in Botox, except, lethal. The result is infant botulism, which can cause muscle weakness, trouble breathing, and paralysis. All from something we literally drizzle on toast. So yeah, the same product that gets marketed as liquid gold and nature's medicine can paralyze a baby. Mother Nature really said, everything in moderation, or else. And for adults, honey can still go bad if it's contaminated or adulterated. Ever heard of mad honey? It's a real thing. Honey made from rhododendron nectar, filled with natural neurotoxins that cause hallucinations, vomiting, and, occasionally, near-death enlightenment. People in Turkey actually seek it out for its medicinal effects, because apparently risking paralysis is worth it for a trippy teaspoon. So yes, honey can heal your sore throat, or make you see colors that don't exist. Depends on the vibe, really. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.